Buck, what you doing, Buck? Oh my God, Buck. Damn, Buck. Yo, what's good, crew, man? Welcome back to the channel, man. I'm on this channel on YouTube, man. I'm on this team, crew, family, and community on the tube. Listen, today we got another cop arrest video, man. Like I told you, I love these kind of videos, man. But this one is called "When Cops Have to Arrest Their Friends." You know what I'm saying? By the way, do you like the intro? It's a new intro. If you like it, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, man, so more people can see it, more people can like it. But with that being said, man, let's get straight into the video, man. It should be interesting, man. Cops arresting their friends.
Cops are usually dealing with people and criminals they've never
seen before. But what happens when
instead it's their own friends that they have to arrest?
Ain't nobody jumped out, Mom. Kevin! Stay out of this, Kevin!
Here are three examples of this happening, starting with the case of Buck Preston.
Buck? What? You know you ain't got a driver's license.
Don't do this, please.
I got to.
Man, goddamn, Michael.
Goddamn, Michael. Don't do that, Michael.
Please, just listen. Sheriff sent me. The sheriff, captain. I mean, they've seen you driving. We gotta get you.
One of the cons to small town living is that
how would you feel, bro, if you gotta arrest your
everybody
friend?
knows each other.
How would you feel if you gotta arrest your friend, bro? I ain't gonna lie, I'm booking your ass for my homeboy. Hey, listen, you out here doing shit that you ain't supposed to do. Put your hand behind your back, buddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm arresting my homeboy. Fuck up out of here, man. Do right. That's all you gotta do. Do right.
Each other, including the cops. The town sheriff claims to have seen Buck driving his Chevy pickup, but nearly every cop in town knows he doesn't have his license. So what else is there for Buck to do to try and explain his way out of it?
I'm telling you, I'm just trying to tell you something. Listen, if you listen, to me. The person that was driving this truck just jumped out the fucking goddamn late morality, and goddamn, I had no other way to get it here, buddy. I swear to God, I'm not going to drive no more.
I promise y'all. No, I got to.
God damn, Michael, I praise you.
God damn, Michael, please.
That's crazy, bro. I just passed it.
You just passed him?
Yeah, on see, no, he didn't. I swear to God, he didn't. Michael, I just swear to God, if you listen to me, bro, I swear to God.
We're about to right now. Sure, if he's stating someone jumped out behind the wheel.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get my truck home. That's it.
But,
bro, I swear to.
But why did he jump out and ran? Something ain't adding up. Cause why would he jump out though? If y'all ain't doing nothing, why would he just jump out and run?
God, can't get a driver's license in the state of Florida, dude. That's how bad it is.
Buck's story is that his friend was driving his truck, but ditched him out near a lake, leaving him with no option but to drive back home himself. Unfortunately for Buck, though, we're in the 21st century, and the officer reminds him he could have just called someone with a license to drive him back, and that he still broke the law regardless of the circumstances. Predictably,
why he don't got a license? What he do?
Happy about this.
I get it, but man, you still can't drive, bro. Pull it off the road and wait for someone to have a valid license.
What?
Let's go.
And how long he was driving?
Would you tell him?
Let's go, Buck. I'm not
Buck, you go to the truck, Buck.
I'm telling you the truth.
Everybody jumped out.
Buck, what you doing, Buck? Oh my God, Buck.
Ain't nobody jumped out, Buck.
Damn, Buck.
Stay out of this, Kevin.
Kevin, back off.
Kevin, you stay out of this.
You did not jump out. God damn, dude. I'm telling you.
And now, Buck, you just looking most suspicious, bro. Why did you take out running? If you ain't do nothing wrong, if your so-called friend jumped out your truck and you ain't had no other way to drive, why would you run? Why would you run, bro? And if this your friend?
Despite the chase not lasting very long at all this did was add an extra charge to Buck's already fairly long list. And given how close everyone seems to be here, you just know this police chase is going to be the talk of the town.
Oh God, focusing all on goddamn.
But the cops reported that Buck resisted so hard that they had to deploy a taser to make him calm down. The footage returns when Buck was fully restrained and handcuffed. Buck was taken to the officer's patrol vehicle and driven back to the station. Obviously angry, he decided to make the conversation on the way back personal.
I don't know if you about your mom in this. This is leaving my family out of this dog.
Bro, you ran. Buck, you ran.
Yeah, that's why we had each other in headlocks. Whatever. Look, Buck, stop bringing my mom into it.
Devo gotta be like from Louisiana or something.
What happened to Buck after this video, but it's likely he was charged with driving without a license and resisting arrest. There's an argument that Buck could also be hit with fleeing to elude an officer, but this is a felony that comes with a 5-year prison sentence.
Damn.
It's more likely the officer gave his friend a misdemeanor charge worth just a couple months in jail. It's unlikely the suspects in this next case
they
got
better
the
than
same
fucking
treatment,
5 years,
as
bro.
it wasn't just
Couple
a
months.
civilian caught breaking the law, but also their cop friend.
Gwinnett County.
How you doing? Reason I stopped you is your right brake light is out. Who do you work for? Yeah. Well, I'm asking you both. What? DCS. What's DCS? Department of Children's Services?
As he mentioned, the suspect named Petra Edgerton was originally pulled over for a broken brake light, but the officer quickly noticed something else, a police badge around Petra's neck. Firstly, this cop doesn't recognize the supposed officer, but it's also unusual to see a police officer driving around in a broken car. Something feels off.
I mean, somebody can't do nothing about their brake light going out. How you supposed to know your brake light going out if you can't see back there? No matter if you a police or not. That don't make sense.
ID badge? Being a police officer. Right. So, if you're a police officer, you understand what probable cause is, right? Your right brake light's out. Yeah, it is. It's out right now. Doesn't matter. You're driving with a brake light out on the streets, so it's an equipment violation. I saw it when you were pulling out.
At this point, the brake light issue is the least of the cops' worries. It's difficult to classify what exactly an off-duty officer is supposed to act like, but something about Petra is triggering
Something ain't right about
bells
Petra,
for the
man.
cop. She's acting defensive, being closed off, and giving strange, vague answers to questions that a real cop would be able to answer. So it's time to quit the games and figure out exactly what's going on here.
Look, long story short, I just want to know who you work for. Because I've never seen you around here before. You're not a police officer that works
But
here.
who in the wrong in this situation though? Is the police wrong for asking is the police wrong for asking like a off-topic question? That's what I was looking for. Or is she wrong for, you know what I'm saying, not even answering the question anyway? I feel like, to me, from the outside looking in, I think the police, shouldn't worry about what she worked, bro. If you putting her over for her light, just get her a ticket for her light or tell her to fix her light and just move on, bro. No matter if she a fucking police or not, bro. You asking the woman who she worked for, all this other stuff, but just get her the ticket for her light or tell her, I'm gonna give you a warning. Just go fix your light. For Petra, bro, just take the motherfucker off. Tell them it's fake or something, bro. Cause y'all been sitting here talking about nothing for at least probably 15 minutes.
That's right. Right. So, are you a police officer or are you not a police officer? That has nothing to do with you, damn black. Are you a police officer or you're not a police officer? You're not a police officer? So why would you go into Quick Trip and get free food with your badge and gun? So you're not a certified police officer.
There are a dozen ways to prove that they work for a certain agency.
Oh yeah, she gonna get booked.
She could give the name of her department and supervisor and have the cop check the names with them. This would only take a couple minutes, and any real cop would know this. So the fact that she's getting defensive instead...
She ain't no police, bro. We all know that, but just the fact that she done went to the quick trip and got free food.
It's also clear that Petra doesn't seem to realize what she actually did wrong. Just minutes earlier, she was seen inside the store presenting her badge and gun to the cashier and walking out with free food. This isn't just cop impersonation, it's theft. So the cop needs to get to the bottom of this.
Also, that's why he asking. Okay, see me thinking he just putting her over, asking about what she work at. Nigga, like, don't be. They ain't got nothing to do with why you put me over. But motherfucker just stole something. Just got some free food, showing up a fake badge and a gun. I mean, he got it right to answer what he asking.
So you're presenting yourself as a police officer with your badge and your gun on the side. Do you understand that?
I do. But my issue with you is you see that. You say you seen me.
So who do you work for? Who do you work for? Who is DCS? 12 years, 13 years. There's, like I said, the Department of Children's Services, what is it? Explain it to me. Okay. Your license?
Since he's getting nothing out of Petra, the cop decides to call up DCS himself, and his suspicions get instantly confirmed.
Who's your supervisor? What has to do with it? You told me you're a police officer, or you're an officer for DCS?
He knows she lying. He's just trying to, you know what I'm saying?
They say you don't work there. So who's your supervisor?
It seems that the suspect knows at least something about policing, as she chooses to remain silent from now on. So the cop turns his attention to the passenger of this vehicle, who at this point hasn't said a word. When he asks for her ID, he gets a huge surprise.
I have one of your employees here, Brandy Green. She was with her friend, Petra Edgerton.
Oh, it's her badge and stuff.
Petra, her badge and her gun to go on the quick trip and get some...
Why you didn't go in there? Why you didn't go in there?
So, I pulled them over for a broken taillight. Petra was driving. She had the badge on and the gun on. When I pulled them over, she identified herself as a DCS officer and then later admitted to not being a DCS officer. And your employee, Brandy Green, admitted to giving her the gun and the badge to go into Quick Trip to get the free food.
After investigating just a little further, both Petra and the actual cop, Brandy Green, admit to everything.
Damn,
the incident,
Brandy Green.
Brandy resigned from her job at the DCS, and Petra is facing felony charges for impersonation, carrying a sentence of up to 5 years in prison. There's many more examples of these cops that seem to just forget they also need to follow the rules, just like Corporal Scott Bertzig did on New Year's Day 2021. When Officer Brooke Shutterly arrived at the scene of a car crash, she realized it wasn't just her supervisor at the wheel, but a good friend of hers.
So, reached out for my lighter, slammed the nigger's ass. Cool. No, not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Your car's fucked up.
No, absolutely. We'll take a cheers, man.
Obviously, Brooke and Scott are familiar with each other, and curiously, Scott holds nothing back when describing exactly how the incident went down. It's clear that Scott is the one at fault here, so before going any further, Brooke decides to call back to the base to ask whether or not it's okay for her to be handling this incident.
This crash, Birdie, is so come work it? Okay. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've worked a crash with one of us in it, so... No, he's not on duty. He's in his POV. I just didn't want there to be any, like, conflict of interest type issues. Alright, that was it. I just want to make sure. Yeah, bye.
Damn. Oh, he not going. He finna exist this shit.
Brooke is given the go-ahead and told that there should be no issues with her handling this case, but that was before she noticed this.
You good?
Wait.
Huh?
Wait on the way.
He's not coming. Good?
Walking home, but yep, I'm good.
So, Birdie, you giving me some indicators?
Oh.
Listen.
Good woman.
Listen, Valdez is coming out just to... I'm not gonna lie to you about...
Hey, just cut to the chase. Hey, listen, we're finna arrest you, bro. You didn't hit somebody. I don't know what the situation is, but hey, listen. Long story short, you finna go to jail, bro.
But
She's on her way?
yeah, she's on her way. I'm not really comfortable with this whole thing at all, but I'm not gonna lie to you about it.
Oh, no. I don't mean to put you in that, Indy.
He sound like he drunk.
From now on, you know how it goes. You can't consume anything, okay? Because right now you're being detained.
Wait, what?
It's obvious that Scott is under the influence of something.
Yeah, he drunk as
Judging
hell.
by his slurred speech, slowed reactions, and slight loss of motor control, Brooke is fairly sure he's been drinking. At this point, Scott is no longer her supervisor. He's just a suspect in a case, and what's more,
Oh, he the
he's drunk and
supervisor.
likely unpredictable. A combination
Tough.
which can be incredibly threatening to a female
Imagine
officer.
you got to
Please
arrest your
don't make my
supervisor.
life difficult.
I would never do that to you.
Okay, I'm very uncomfortable right now.
And I apologize for putting you in that position. Are you on?
Yes, I am. And I'm going to remain on for integrity. You know you can't smoke right now.
What?
Because if I'm going to do a DUI investigation, it impedes it, so you can't consume anything.
I don't look like no cigarette.
This is what I keep dog.
Fear aggression is you.
You can always train a dog. You can't consume a dog. You're killing me.
Brian.
What's too late now?
Let's go.
After a short wait, another officer arrives at the scene, meaning they can finally start getting to the bottom of all of this with some sobriety tests. These lasted over 10 minutes, but it's not hard to tell how they went by just looking at a few seconds of them.
You may begin the test.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
Oh yeah, buddy gone.
Judging by this and the overwhelming amounts of evidence against him at this point, the officers thought it was safe to conclude that Scott had been drinking that night and decided it was time to put him in cuffs. Something he was far from happy about.
There's things that we can do to fix this, but
Hey, wipe them alligator tears, bro. You getting booked. You getting booked. It happened to everybody, bro. It's your turn.
Despite Scott being one of the most...
I always thought as a kid, bro, a police could never get locked up. That's me thinking as a kid. Until I seen what's that movie? White Castle. If y'all seen White Castle, yeah, I think at the end they had to arrest a police officer. Then when I was saying a police can get arrested, I never knew that.
and respectful suspects ever on this channel, he was actually hit with a better sentence than the majority of criminal cops. After blowing a .156 back at the station, he was charged with driving under the influence and damaging property. He was ordered to pay just under $1,000 in fines, serve 50 hours of community service, and take multiple substance abuse and DUI classes, and had his driver's license suspended for 6 months.
Damn.
He was also sued by the driver of the vehicle he hit, and a cash settlement was reached. And on top of all of that, he also was suspended without pay for a week and given a last chance agreement, meaning one more slip up and he was out for good.
Hey man, listen, if you enjoyed this video, man, give it a like. Hit the subscribe button, bro. You know what I'm saying? It'll mean a lot to me. Hit the subscribe button, man. They hit 500. We at 383. So let's do that as a community, as a family, so we can reach new heights. You know what I'm saying? As the crew. But with that being said, man, I love you. Make sure you stay safe, stay blessed, stay positive, man. Now rolling out of here.